Maybe it's how much I have open.
Oh.
My RAM is probably
I don't know.
being fucked.
I don't know,
What do
but
you don't know
we're
what
good to
you
go.
We're 6 minutes late. We're
Are we
6
good to
minutes
go?
late.
Wait,
No,
are we 6
we're
minutes late?
no, we are live.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 36th installment of Bullsitting on TSWS Gaming. This week, we have God of War Ragnarok delivering collector's editions without game codes, continuing a long-running Sony prank played on some people that pre-order premium editions of their games. Ricardo Cardoso becoming the most famous government employee in gaming spaces for the next 2 weeks, leading to the CMA having to put out a statement to walk back their exposed bias. And finally, the Series S has been called out as an albatross by a dev claiming it is holding the development of games back. I'm your host, Loke7, and joining me today is the lovely Cozy Beluga, the incomparable Ham Solo, and the magnanimous Matt Likes Games. Thank you.
He is very magnanimous.
No problem. No problem. I
Uh,
love being on the
so-
show.
So, before we partake in this week's session of digital savagery, Cozy, are you
Yeah.
feeling rosé?
Absolutely.
With all the Pokemon goodness, how could you not be feeling rosy? Go ahead, tell us what have you been playing this week?
You know, I that I got that itch for that Vampire Survivor, so
Oh man,
still.
still.
I told you.
Your Twitter
I
said you
told
had over 30 hours in this game. Is that right?
I have like 3 days in it.
Why?
So I scaled back
impressive.
a little. I scaled back a little.
That can't be all game time. That's like you fell asleep or something. You left the game on, right?
Right? Please say it. Cozy.
Let's
We're
not have this
worried now.
conversation. We don't need to elaborate. I just have
Wow.
That-
That's impressive,
what we're talking
honestly.
about.
I don't.
You don't need to
Bro.
elaborate.
That's crazy.
Okay.
All right. God bless.
Okay.
then,
Pentiment.
Pentiment.
And then yeah. Right.
Pentiment.
Of course. You are a bookworm, so makes sense. Ham Solo.
Yep.
What have you been playing this past week?
Pretty much God of War only. But I've been playing some
best
basketball
game
too
ever.
with Matt. Well, I don't know if it's the best game ever. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good game, and it just definitely deserves what it what it's
Whatever it
receiving
wins.
right now. Yeah, but
All the
Whatever it
praise.
gets.
I've said this to Matt in party chat on Xbox, and I've said this to people before. Like I'm playing this game and getting like literally everything done on it, and then I'm just like what you were talking about, Loke. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna play it again. I'm like I will erase it off of my hard drive, and it will be
Jesus.
gone.
You haven't finished it, and you already declaring the end?
Well, I'm just saying, like once it's over, like I'm getting all of the trophies right now. I'm on 25 out of 36 or something like that. Because I wanted to just go on ahead, knock out everything, see everything that this game's all about, so I know what everyone's talking about. Whether they say, "Yo, this is like the best side quests of all time," or anything like that. I don't feel like it's the best side quest of all time. I'll give you that much. Like I've done some of the side
it's
quests
not.
and they're fantastic, but they're not the best of all time. Definitely
No,
not going to say
yeah.
that. I've had more fun playing.
Playmaker.
I've had more fun playing like older Grand Theft Auto side quests than some of the side quests on this game.
So never mind Witcher. This game can't beat San Andreas.
If side quests means boss fight every single time, then sure, it's fantastic.
Oh my god,
But like
Ham.
but to me, that's what the side
He's right,
quests on
though.
Elden Ring are as well. Like every single side quest is just a boss fight. It's not really that
Yeah.
much of a side quest.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
and
Like
how do the
it's
two?
it's
How do
just kind of
the two boss fights
oh, the boss fights are
like rank?
fun. The boss fights are fun, but like it's just
Are the boss fights in
like
God of
it's
War better
expected.
than
It's
the boss
expected.
fights in Elden Ring?
Oh, they're real. They're about as close as you can get. Well, ask Cam that because
Hang
he's the one
on
talking.
a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's
Yeah,
hear it from the Hamothy
yeah.
himself. Ham, are the
Well,
boss
Matt's beat the
fights in
game
God of War?
beat the game as well.
Yeah.
His turn will come, dude. This ain't no
Yeah.
Kanye West
It's,
show. Ain't nobody interrupting the other one. We need you to finish here. Are the boss fights in God of War better than the boss fights in Elden Ring? It's a yes or no answer. I'm on my Skip Bayless today. It's a yes or no answer, Ham Solo.
I would say, because they're so dang similar. It's like the same damn
Ah,
thing.
Ham,
But
Ham, you need to stop. You need to stop. Just give me a yes.
but
Or give me a no.
I'd say Elden Ring has it by just having the multiplayer facet.
Bro, a winner is a
Those side quests are available for you to do with friends. These aren't.
a winner is a winner. So, Hams, you heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. Ham Solo says Elden Ring bosses done better than God of War bosses. Mad Likes Games.
They're also
Please.
more frustrating.
yeah, that's true.
It makes it
That's
more
true.
worth it. Mad Likes Games. What you been playing this past week?
Basically the exact same thing as him. I beat God of War. Fantastic game. And then NBA with Ham. What else? I started another like the 10 trillionth save on Skyrim, so that's gonna be a thing probably. And then I'm waiting for Callisto Protocol. I'm waiting for that because I cannot wait to play that. But I mean, biding time until then. And Evil West. I'm waiting for Evil West as well. I'll probably get that next week.
the evilest
But,
West.
but yeah, other than that, not a ton of stuff. Halo Winter Update's pretty cool though.
Okay, so
Yeah.
lots of gaming being done.
Mm-hmm.
Special announcement, but first let's go to the chat for a bit. Welcome,
Special
Stankmore. Stankmore says, Green
Stanky
Blood
is
City,
small.
Pokemon, let's go. We out here. Let's not go, Stankmore. Too big. Welcome, bruv. Says not yet. Okay. So Stankmore's asking if he got Pokemon. He says not yet, but when I get back to Hawaii, pick it up. Dude, people are unfazed by all the clips being shared on social media. I don't understand it.
Pokemon.
I don't understand
It's
what you're
shocking.
expecting Pokemon fans to have this high expectation for.
They don't have standards. They just don't.
Oh,
They really don't. It's a franchise run on nostalgia at this point, and nobody cares about it except the people who implicitly care about it.
There's a
But
lot of
Damn.
people
I mean,
that care about it.
exactly the people who implicitly care about it because
the
it means a lot to them.
The sales reflect that a lot of people care.
Because a lot of
Guys,
people implicitly care.
true. Guys, very, very, very big announcement. Big thank you to everyone's been supporting the channel. On Wednesday, we crossed the 400 subscriber threshold.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. Y'all are freaking awesome. I can't believe 400 people looked at this channel and they're like, yep, I'm going to invest my time that I cannot get back into these cycles. So thank you, and we appreciate you. Okay, so let's get into it. We're talking about the greatness that is God of War. First off, we have God of War Ragnarok Collectors Editions, which are $200, by the way, shipped with no steelbook
Oh,
and game code. So this one's coming from thegamer.com. First shared by Forbes. Several fans have been posting on social media about their collector's editions missing either the code for the game or missing the steelbook with the game inside entirely. Those who have reached out to PlayStation to get the game they actually paid for have stated that the customer support has been less than helpful. The problem is actually so widespread that someone has set up a dedicated Twitter account to share fan frustrations about their missing games. This isn't the first time in recent memory that PlayStation has managed to botch a special edition of a game either, of course, as a lot of people who purchased the Firefly edition of The Last of Us Part 1 ended up receiving battered, ruined, and even water-damaged copies due to completely inadequate packaging. Matt.
I didn't even know that was a thing that was happening. That's
That is it.
shocking.
That is a thing, bro. I thought people were memeing, and I got like DMs, and people are telling me that PlayStation got back to them like, yeah, we'll send you the code in like 2 weeks or something.
That's sad.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's-
So anyway, what's your
I-
take on this?
I thought it was funny. I was laughing because they said that the customer support has been less than satisfactory. Are they sure that they're PS Plus essential customers? Are they in the rewards program? Are they in the rewards program and are they loyal PlayStation customers? Because that means that they should be getting preferential treatment.
Trolling right now, I think.
Nah, come on.
I
That's
mean,
not
Don't
good.
go for the green so quick.
I mean, that's
Right,
a
and
fair
we-
point right
we-
there.
yeah.
Like
right?
they deserve the
It's a
right.
fa- it's
They
a fair
deserve the
point.
respect. You know.
They've said it. PlayStation themselves have said it. You'll get first priority. So I mean, try being a better customer. I don't know.
Oh my god.
But-
Spend more money. You've already spent $200,
Man,
but
he
we
said
don't
be a
need more
better
money, bro.
customer.
Oh my god.
But I didn't know that was that's like, dude, I'd be so upset if I dropped what is it, $200 on that?
Yes, $200.
Be a
If I
better
dropped
customer.
$200 on that
You're
and
supposed to
didn't get
buy
a
two
game-
of them, one to ensure satisfactory,
Yeah.
and then
There's at least a 50% chance you'll get it.
I mean, there's a possibility it might come damaged. I mean,
Yeah. Just
you can
broken,
then
someone's-
say that you have a
someone stole
good
it.
copy and a copy that was part of a frustration and a possible movement, but there will be no
Yep.
movement. We'll
Just
buy
call it a
again.
special edition. The special
again.
edition doesn't include the game.
That's
That's
wild.
I can't believe that. I has Sony commented on it at all? Is there anything? Like
No, Sony hasn't officially commented. They've only responded to the people, to some people that have complained, and then these people share screenshots and stuff like that.
I don't know how they're not commenting on that. That seems like a very big problem for like your biggest franchise. I don't know. I would be
Okay,
upset.
so like I said, they botched the Firefly edition of The Last of Us Part 1, and they sold all of these, all of the Firefly editions. It's like they sold out in an hour, I think. So I guess it's really not a problem for Sony. Ham, God of War Ragnarok Collectors Editions shipping with no games.
That happened to Lemon.
PlayStation got no game?
Damn.
That happened to Lemon. Lemon did an unboxing of it, and it
Live,
happened
yeah,
on his
Oh.
channel.
Yeah, that was live.
Oh, it was
Mhm.
live?
Yep,
Oh,
So,
fun times.
like, how do you make that sort of mistake?
What, Lemon or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not answering for them. Hell to the motherfucking no. Y'all can roast them.
You're a
Spit roast
big
them if you
you're a
want.
big PlayStation fan right now, Lo.
Nope.
Probably
Nope.
the biggest fan I know right now.
Nope. Y'all can tear them to shreds. I just said PlayStation got no games. I mean, they can't even send you game codes. So they ran out of games, literally.
Oh my god. They got no games in Africa. Is that what you're saying?
No, they literally, Hamza, they ran out of games. They sending boxes with no game codes. It's like we're out of stock. Hashtag PlayStation got no games. Okay, so Ham ain't got nothing to
True.
say because he's in love with Ragnarok.
I'm just I'm confused
About what?
about how they don't have any games.
Because the game is missing from
Yeah.
it's like a tongue in cheek because the games are literally missing from.
Oh my god!
You
edition.
bought a
They don't
game and
have the
didn't get
code.
one.
I
bought the
mean,
collector's
like I
edition,
said,
missing the code.
I mean, I thought me and Matt already squared this away that you're just supposed to just buy another one. Let's get it.
That's
buy
true.
another
You should buy another one and make another account and subscribe to the rewards program again. And
Goodness.
spend all the money.
Then you get
I don't
double
see the
reward.
problem, and I think you guys should
Yep.
stop complaining.
Yep.
You don't see a
fact-
problem.
That should be $400, honestly, for one, and you should buy two of them. So that's my solution to this problem: is charge people more and give them way less, way less.
The only issue I'm possibly seeing is maybe you not being able to buy a game, but those that have the ability, if you get water damage, if you get a
No
collector's
codes.
edition and don't get the code, that's why you should have bought two. Show your support.
Damn.
It's
Yep.
the game of the
Damn.
year, right? Loke, you about
Yep.
bought 3, right? Come on now.
Koji. What's your take on God of War Ragnarok Collectors Edition shipping with no steelbook or game codes?
Have the people been reimbursed?
That's a
the
good
thing.
question.
No, Sony, the people that Sony has gotten back to have shared screenshots on Twitter where Sony said they would get back to them in 2 weeks.
Well, Sony's so shit.
It's 2 weeks.
It sucks, but I mean, this isn't the first time. Isn't the first time they've done
That
this.
encourages you to go buy another copy.
So you can get
We'll
high
get
on the
back
rewards
to you.
program.
We'll get back to you in a couple weeks.
I mean,
While
it's,
you sit
when you're
there.
important.
yeah.
sucks, but
You're
I
not a
mean-
high enough tier right now, bud. You gotta raise them tiers.
For us to
did
address
they
your
buy
issue.
these? So they bought these directly from Sony, or did they buy them from?
Another good question.
Okay, so there's no specific source. All the collector's editions from all sources are having issues. Okay, not all of them, but the people that are having issues, people that bought from Sony's, people from bought from GameStop, Amazon, etc., etc.
So so it's actually an issue from the source. Okay.
Yes, that's why no one is bitching at GameStop or any of these other guys. Everyone's talking about Sony. Sony Santa Monica.
I mean, it sucks, but they could just buy another copy.
They could.
Y'all,
If
guys-
you're
you
spending
guys
that
are
much money on
Mhm.
on a
Hey,
collector's
you
edition,
guys are nasty.
just spend like $70 more and get another copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
already
spent
get,
$200.
get what you deserve.
Exactly. Maybe that was the plan, honestly. You buy the collector's edition and then you buy the physical game because it should have came with that in the first place. I don't know.
Actually, it should have come without it.
Y'all are messy today.
I actually think it should have come without it.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course, don't
Yeah.
get what you deserve, but like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's all a joke, but but come on, like, it's just like,
Ham turning
why
blue.
is it take? Why is it taken? Why do they have to say we'll get back to you? That's insane.
Because when you've messed up so many orders, it takes a while to get it all together and then start correcting it.
Sure. That's a good point. But also,
Really?
I feel like a response that's better than "we'll get back to you" is warranted when it's a well documented major problem. I know, like, obviously they can't do anything about it with the snap of a finger like that, but it's like something better than we'll get back to you 2 weeks. I, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not Sony. Dude, they
Well,
just suck.
I mean, the only so what I'm hoping that they're doing with this whole 2 week thing, which I mean, I applaud them if they decide to do this, is give some sort of credit to that person that
Or-
that lost out, that lost out on their time. I mean, that's the most important part of this. Like, yeah, sure, you spent the money and whatnot. Who cares if you have a ton of money and you could buy 50 copies, or if you could only buy one copy? Like, show me some damn respect and give me, some credit, or like free 3 months of, premium, or something. Just give me something out of it to say, yo, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hope you don't just give me the game and say, here you go, transaction
Okay.
complete.
Bro, you're gonna get to play the best game in the last what 60 years,
60.
and you're gonna
my
get to
God.
play it. You're gonna get to play
This
it
man's
almost
out
a
of his
month.
mind.
You're gonna get to play it almost a month after it launched. So just be grateful. All right.
I wonder if this
Point.
is anybody's favorite game. This is like one
Of all time?
of the best games I've played on PlayStation. I'll give it that. Sure, why not?
What? Period. Like, all the
Yeah.
PlayStation put together.
Of all the PlayStations put together,
Ooh.
this is gonna be I'd say in the top 10 or 20. Because it's
It
Wait,
cracks top
but
10 for me.
because
you
it's
but
kept my attention. It definitely has kept my attention.
you know what?
Mm.
Let's not even get into the tweets where people are complaining about how the game is monotonous. And tell me something. The
It
the rumor
is,
about the
but
puzzles
there's a lot of
solving
great games I
themselves.
played
Is
that
that
were
correct?
monotonous. Midnight Club was monotonous. Need for Speed, monotonous.
Don't you
You're
dare!
doing the same
Don't you dare!
task over
Dude,
and
but
over and over. Like,
no,
a lot of games that
no.
are great are monotonous. Yeah, but like,
I think that's the difference. Is monotonous is like you can have if the gameplay loop is sort of like good, you can be doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it feels rewarding. But if the gameplay loop is bad, it feels tedious.
That is
Yes.
monotonous. Just because you repeat the same thing again and again doesn't mean it falls into that monotone group. So answer my question about the puzzles. Do the puzzles solve themselves? Ham and Matt, you guys played it. Do they solve themselves?
I mean, sometimes like there were a few puzzles I was stuck on. Like even whenever like there's moments whenever you're stuck on a puzzle where people always complain like, "Oh, the companion will give away the answer." There's moments where that has happened to me where the companion will say the thing like, "Oh, it's over there." But I'm like, "Where the fuck is over there?" Like you
mhm.
can't just look at a thing and say it's over there and then it actually turns out to be like way back that way or something. Like that's happened to me before. It doesn't give the answer away as much as people like to complain that it does. And I don't know. I felt like it was a pretty good balance. Some of the puzzles were easy. Some of them they really did give away the answer if you didn't figure it out in like 20 seconds. And then some of them it took forever to figure out. I felt like it was relatively balanced. I think I only had to look up how to solve a puzzle like once, which normally in puzzles and games, I'll look them up super quick. But with this game, it wasn't really a problem. So it didn't bother me too much. They were pretty easy, relatively speaking.
It was easier than
Okay.
the scoring
So,
puzzles.
I mean,
Dude,
come
that
It's
on.
first scoring
Scorn.
puzzle
Scorn's a
was
We
puzzle
know
game.
the big brains. We know the big brains on Xbox. That's not what we're discussing right now.
Oh my god.
Just answer the question.
Um.
The
So
question.
So I mean, I'm very like-minded with Matt on this answer. They're fairly simple sometimes, and then some other times they're a little challenging. At times, yeah, they do say, "Hey, look over here," and then you look around and you're like, "Where are you even at?" And then and
yeah.
then you go over there and it's something that you already did. Or like something like that. And it's just like, you just took me away and I just came over here to look around for like 3-4 minutes at something that I already completed, or like sometimes they're telling you like, hey, there's a way to cross right here, and you're looking at a puzzle and you're thinking they're telling you, hey, here's the answer to part of the puzzle or something like that. So I mean, that gets a little confusing every once in a while, but I mean, all in all, I mean, I'd say, yeah, they're fine. The puzzles are fairly fine. It's good enough for me to like I said, it's good enough for me to just continue playing. I haven't got stopped by a puzzle that's frustrated me. I've gotten into a few fights that I was like, all right, I got to come back to this. This ain't happening
Yeah.
right now. But I haven't got to a
Damn.
puzzle that made me feel that way.
Okay. Welcome, Cloaked Onyx. He says, I had 2 puzzles that stumped me. Can we describe the puzzles, or is spoilers still a... Go ahead, bro. Spoil the crap out of it. No one really cares at this point. Okay.
Yeah, you can spoil
Anyone
puzzles.
anyone that was going to play it has played it. Everyone else is gonna put it in the backlog. And by the time they actually play it, they would have forgotten whatever you spoiled. So go ahead, Cloaked Onyx. Do your worst.
Like the only things I
All
got
right.
lost on at all were like some of wait. No, there was one puzzle that I didn't understand. There was one, but it was a
Okay.
side mission, I think, and you have to put a line on this like stand and like pull it up to the dragon so the dragon gets eaten, or the dragon eats the lion or something like that. That part got me because I didn't know. I was wondering why these lions kept spawning over and over and over. They'd never just die and stay away, but that was why.
Wow. Riveting stuff. Just breathtaking. Okay, so before
It
we,
was,
we
and,
carry
and
on,
guess what it was to do? Guess what it was to do?
what? What?
It was to start a boss fight.
Damn. Did you beat the boss?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And
Okay.
here's one knock I'll give on the game, actually. Sometimes, like especially on the side missions, you get the same bosses over and over and over. So I could see somebody's complaint on that. Like if you have done a bunch of the side missions or whatnot, you should know this, that like sometimes you're fighting like the same boss that you beat somewhere else, or is the same boss from last game or something like that. And I mean that might be a little stale to the tongue, but
Yeah.
still fun.
Okay. Last word on God of War Ragnarok, at least until the Game Awards. Ham and Matt, you guys finished the game.
I haven't finished it yet.
Okay, you're pretty close, Ham.
I mean, yeah,
Matt,
I'm like at the end, but yeah, I'm
Matt
like I said, I'm
finished it.
clearing everything out.
Okay, Matt's finished it.
Yeah.
You've both played Elden Ring.
Yes.
So last week you gave us your uninformed opinions on whether or not God of War is the game of the year. Now let's get your informed opinion. Matt, go first. Is God of War the game of the year 2022?
Um. Here's the thing. I have 2 answers to this. One is no. 2 is I wouldn't be mad if it won. Oh, I would like. Whereas last week, if you asked me that, my uninformed opinion, I'd be a little salty if God of War won over Elden Ring. If it wins over Elden Ring, I'm not mad. I don't think it should. Um, I just Elden Ring's like on a level that just God of War can't really touch for me. Like Elden
Yeah.
Ring's up there with Skyrim for me. There's only 2
Ooh.
games that are in that realm, and that's Skyrim and Elden Ring for me. And God of War's great. It's phenomenal, but it's not there
It's
because
not an endless sandbox.
exactly. I can right now start a new game on Elden Ring and not know how it'll play out, judging on what I do with my character. I could do things entirely different than what I did the first playthrough or the second playthrough or the third playthrough because of my class and what I decide to level up. God of War, I'm going to see the same story. It's going to be relatively the same. I'm not going to play it too differently than I played it the first time. Same weapons. It's what it is. It's a great experience one time. You could probably get a second playthrough out of it, but it doesn't have the staying power. Also, Elden Ring's a cultural phenomenon. God of War is great, but it's not a cultural phenomenon.
There was an ad with LeBron James, Ben Stiller,
That,
John Travolta. That was amazing.
I mean, LeBron can do an ad for anything now. He'll do an ad for Snickers or whatever. It doesn't matter. He's just getting money. It's
Low
like
blow, man. Low blow.
I mean, come on. He's in LA. He does whatever he wants. He's like
Yeah.
57 years old at this point. He does. I mean, it doesn't matter.
38.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
He still plays for the Lakers. So it's 38. As soon
He
as he
barely
leaves,
plays
you
for
can
the
call him
Lakers.
whatever you want.
He barely
Yeah.
plays for the Lakers. I mean,
All right. Let's not get it. Let's not get personal. Okay,
but yeah, I think it's up there. It has a chance.
Elden Ring 1, God of War 0. Ham Solo, after you've played God of War extensively and Elden Ring, is God of War the game of the year for you?
No. It's really as simple as what I'm a lot of what Matt said rings true. Like it just like with God of War, I I play it. I know exactly what I'm gonna get. It plays off of a game that I already know that I love. Elden Ring plays off of a genre that I hate and really don't enjoy playing that much. I don't like Souls games, but I beat that game. And going through that game was just, it was very mesmerizing. Like, there are some bosses, like maybe a couple bosses that I'll remember off of God of War, but there are names of bosses that I remember on Elden Ring that I, to this day, if I turned on that game, am not sure. And I'll straight up say I will not beat it the same way. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
Damn,
that game
your
was
voice,
just
man,
different.
got a little deep at the end right there.
That game was just different.
Yeah, can I say to that point, like there's great boss fights in God of War, but there's nothing. I remember a specific boss fight from Elden Ring, Malekith the Black Blade. There's nothing in God of War that touches that, and that's just one of the boss fights.
And that was a weird one. That's the one where you go underground, correct?
Malekith is like that like I don't even know what he is. He's like a fucking like a lion or something with like that crazy looking black armor, that black sword, and he just keeps lunging at you. He has a ranged attack. It's a really good boss fight. I love that boss fight. And there's some great boss fights in God of War, but just nothing.
Okay, let's not
at that
spoil
level.
Elden Ring. Let's not spoil Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Stankmore says, whoa, how not a cultural phenomenon? Matt tripping. Matt, apparently God of War is a cultural phenomenon.
Well, the thing is, to me, it's not, it's just, I don't see it being, I didn't see the reaction to God of War that I saw for Elden Ring. And the reason for that, which I feel like is a little obvious, is the fact that God of War is only on PS5. It has that working against it. Now, if God of War was everywhere, that could very well easily be a cultural phenomenon.
On Nintendo, and that shit took over the planet.
That's because Pokemon's a more known thing than God of War. It actually is.
Pikachu?
It is.
Kratos loves to Pikachu.
Pokemon's a way of life. It has something special.
Okay, because
exactly.
Tell us why Pokemon Violet and what's the other one?
Scarlet.
Scarlett, please tell us why that's the game of the year.
I'm not saying it's the game of the year. I would never say
Okay.
that.
That
Okay,
can't
so
be
what's the
game of
game
the
of the
year.
year? What's the game of the year?
I don't care what's the game of the year.
What's your game of the year, Cozy?
My game of the year,
Okay.
Vampire
Yes.
Survivors.
I was gonna say Van.
Wow, for real?
I don't know why you're
Uh,
surprised.
No,
what?
Right?
no, I need you to justify your answer, Cozy, please. Don't give me no gameplay loop stuff. I need you to be more specific
So
than that.
honestly, if you really want to know, a few games I can think of that
One
just
game.
immediately captured me.
One game.
What game?
One game. If you had to bookmark 2022 with one specific game, what would it be for you? Forget everyone else, just for you.
2002 for a game, one game.
2022.
2022.
Yes.
I can't even think of a lot of games. See, that's the problem. A lot of the games I don't play a lot of the current games that come out that aren't like whatever because they don't really interest me. And like or I'll dabble in them and I'll be like, okay, then I'm gonna go back to something else I'm already playing. Like I'll buy a lot of games and then I'll be like, I'm going back to this game. So a game that can win out my time over other games is
the game of
a
the year.
winning. Yeah. Like a game
But-
that can steal me away permanently to the point where I play through it as opposed to just like play it for like 5 to 10 hours and put it on the back burner is a winning game for me. And there aren't a whole lot
Vampire
of games that can
Survivor.
do that.
Vampire Survivors then.
Yeah, that was a texture tongue-in-cheek answer. That wasn't a serious answer. But anyway,
Right,
let's
well-
move on.
Well, I've
I'm
got a
not
hot
giving you a
take
real answer
real
yet,
quick.
but-
I've been saying Elden Ring all year. I've been thinking about it this past week. My game of the year is Sifu. Cloaked Onyx says the first puzzle that stumped me was the Freya side quest. There's a door where you had to light 2 specific braziers at the same time to open it. You have to use rune arrows to chain fire to the braziers. Matt, did this puzzle stump you or it was whatever?
If that's the puzzle I think it is, then that's like one of the first puzzles where you have that ability to chain those
That was
things
a piece
to
of cake for
light.
you.
And so like I didn't pick up on that. Like I didn't start realizing that I could do that regularly until like the back half of the game. So that one probably did stump me for a minute. But I don't think I had to look anything up. I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, I can see why. I can see why that one would stump him.
All right, Ham, tell us how you knocked this out in like 5 seconds.
Like, so some of those times when you shoot the rune arrows, sometimes I'm not sure how many shots I have left until the last one and until the first one disappears.
Yeah. Yep.
And sometimes I feel like it's really inconsistent. But
It is.
it's fairly easy to knock out. I
Look at
mean,
this
once you
guy.
figure
How
out where it goes, it's just about sticking the blades of chaos in it and start on fire. So
Very humble, Ham Solo. Very humble. Cloaked Onyx, thanks for sharing. Okay, let's move on. Mr. Ricardo Cardoso's tweet. So I'm guessing you've all seen the tweet by now.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Well, I'm gonna quote him one more time. For
we gotta
posterity.
protect it. We gotta protect it.
For
Protect
posterity.
it.
Here goes, and I quote: "The commission is working to ensure that you will still be able to play Call of Duty on other consoles, including my PlayStation." This guy is the EU Growth Deputy Head of Unit interinstitutional and outreach views. Then he says retweets are not equal to endorsement. industry, competition, sport, gaming, pop culture. What could go wrong? That's his profile. Um,
That's hilarious. What could go wrong?
Cozy. Exactly. Cozy, are you okay with Mr. Ricardo Cardoso's tweet?
I mean, it's like funny because it's sort of like, you know, kind of like, oh yeah, there's that bias, but also still looking out for it just seems kind of like, okay, so the other part of that is it does seem kind of like bullshitty because it's sort of like, you know, when they say consoles, like what other console are we talking about? What other consoles are we talking about? But
Nintendo? The Wii?
exactly. So but it shows, you know, the whole bias, but I'm not super like, oh, like foaming at the mouth like some other people are about this.
Yeah.
All right. Cozy, not really bothered. Matt, how
Yeah.
what do you take of what's your take on Ricardo's tweet?
Cozy had a really good point there when she mentioned that he said other consoles. The only other console, like you guys said, it's Nintendo. Um, I don't think Nintendo has a problem with this, considering the fact that Phil said
They don't have
multiple times that they want
and they
to
don't
bring
have
Call of Duty to Nintendo. I don't know how they would do that. I
yeah.
mean, they'd have to make a real console first, but like
Oh,
they want to bring it to Nintendo. I mean, you could do
Matt.
cloud gaming on there, I guess, but that would be terrible for Call of Duty. But like he's also said, like, I don't know how many times Phil Spencer's had to say it. Like, he keeps saying it's going to be on PlayStation, and they keep asking. They just don't stop asking him. And I don't know why.
Matt,
But
you're pissing
and
me off right now.
and
You're making me want to protect Sony, and that is the last thing I want to do. So please don't force
but
me into this.
I'm
Carry on.
I'm just gonna say, in this specific case, this guy's tweet, um, I I really don't care about his tweet. I think it's dumb, um, especially considering he is a part of the EU regulators. Whether he's on that investigation or not, he's not. He came out and said that, I believe.
He's part
But
of the actual,
yeah, yeah.
but he's in the
But it's
building.
what's that?
I'm saying he's in the building.
Yeah, and
So
it's just like if he's in the building, then who else is there that has his exact same feelings? Like where they're worried about their PlayStation. It's like they've told you, they've assured you multiple times, you don't need to be worried about this. If all you're worried about is Call of Duty, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. They I don't know how many times they can reassure you, but I don't know. I think it was just a dumb tweet, and he got ratioed to high hell by everybody, absolutely everybody.
kudos to
But
him for not privating his account and
yeah,
blocking people.
he's a trooper. He kept it open, and it's still up there. He didn't delete it or anything. It's still there. You can still comment. You can
It
still
would
do whatever.
be a worse look.
It would it would be, and thankfully he knew that he didn't delete it because that would have been pretty shit for him. But yeah, I don't
Okay, so
really. I'm not too bothered. You know.
before Ham jumps in, Matt, I hate you for making me do this.
Well,
But
Do
you
it.
don't have to do
I
it.
Do it.
I have to defend
Defend them.
Sony.
They need
Uh,
defending.
I won't be bringing you or inviting you back on the show. All right,
Oh,
just
let's.
because you forced
Why?
me, because you forced me into this position. Everybody knows I'm not feeling Sony right now. All right, everyone knows
Yeah,
that, and you're putting me in a situation
because
where I
they're
have to
bad.
be because I'm objective. You're now forcing me to defend Sony. So
Okay.
you keep saying that Phil has promised 10,000 times that
He has.
Call of Duty will always be on Sony platforms. Dude, these are companies, all right?
Well,
I don't
he
care.
hasn't promised that
I
they'll
don't care.
always.
I don't care if Bill Gates, he said, as long as there's a PlayStation, there will be Call of Duty on it. But that's
Yes.
not the point. That's not the point. The point is this is a guy speaking for a corporation.
Yep.
People are allowed to speak whatever the hell they want until you take a pen and put it in paper and put it in writing. You haven't said a damn thing, because companies have been known to renege on verbal promises since companies have existed, Microsoft
Sure.
included, Xbox
Absolutely.
included. We're supposed to have VR by now. Remember? You know,
I
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Phil Spencer promised VR on Xbox. So
I didn't even know that.
yeah, he did. He did. So if he can promise that and not deliver, he can promise this and not deliver, because there's no contract.
That's
There's nothing forcing Microsoft to actually do as soon as they get Call of Duty. There's nothing on paper forcing Microsoft to keep Call of Duty or anything that's from Activision Blizzard on PlayStation, on
yeah.
PC, on Nintendo, on whatever. That's all I'm saying.
That is very true, but also I would say to that first of all, it does them no good to sign a contract. First of all, the deal's not even done yet. But it's like it does them no good to right now look at signing a contract. I would imagine that if this goes through, or if the EU says yes to this, it would probably involve some sort of time period, them signing a contract for some sort of time period of having Call of Duty, because it's already going to be on there until at least 2025, even if Microsoft wants to make it exclusive, because they've already got the deal with PlayStation. But beyond that,
Dude,
I would imagine that they would sign a contract for some type of time. But besides that, they do this with. I mean, Phil Spencer's also talked about this. They do this with Minecraft. They do this with Minecraft consistently. There's no contract that says Minecraft is on there in perpetuity. It's just something that they put on there, and they'll do a contract whenever they need to do a contract, but it's never going to be in perpetuity because it just doesn't make any business sense. Because the business can change. Like Call of Duty can, I mean, it's unlikely, but Call of Duty could nosedive to the point where it wouldn't make any sense to put it on PlayStation. Like Microsoft doesn't know what's going to happen, so they'll never sign that contract.
Matt,
Yeah.
Cozy brought up that same point that the monoliths arise and fall. Guys, there's never been a game that has sold 10 billion, that has sold a
That's
billion
that's
in
true.
10 days.
That's true.
It has never happened. We cannot use the templates
Well,
of games and franchises that have come and passed, and we can't take those templates and put it on a game that is it's something completely different from whatever has come before. It's the same way people are talking about, oh, because that game with the pan and battle royale, the first guys that did battle royale, what was it called?
PUBG.
I have no idea. PUBG? Yeah, I
Yes,
was thinking
PUBG.
PUBG.
The same way people were like, yo, PUBG came and went, watch
Yeah.
Fortnite come and go. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That shit ain't going nowhere, y'all.
Well, and I would say really quickly to that is, if you told me, and I know it's not on the same level, I'm not going to pretend that it is, but if you told me at, how old was I then? If I was like 9 to 12 years old, that Halo would never ever be as big as it is at that point, I'd be like, you're full of shit. It's only going to get better. I would say that. And again, not on the same, it didn't sell 10 billion copies, but I mean, for an exclusive, it kind of fucking set the world on fire. But like, now I still like Halo Infinite. I like it, but it's lacking content, and a lot of people don't like it. And Halo 5 was just a mistake. Halo 4 was really good to me, but it's never going to be Halo 3 again, ever. Doesn't matter if they made the best, they could make the best Halo ever, supply it with the most content they've ever supplied. It would never matter. It's never going to reach that again. Just because.
Someone's gonna clip what I'm about to say, and they're gonna
Okay.
and they're gonna label me a Sony pony or a hater of Halo or whatever. But
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
guys, how the hell how can you bring up Halo when we're talking
Mhm.
about Call of Duty? I
Well,
just said Call of Duty has transcended every single gaming franchise that has ever existed. There's nothing that has sold a billion cash. Forget microtransactions. Just buying the base game. There's nothing that has sold a billion in 10 days. I don't even know
yeah,
if there's anything else that sold a billion, period, but this sold a billion in 10 days.
yeah,
To project that suddenly, oh, if Microsoft takes this ridiculously profitable game and says, oh, it's only going to be on our platform, suddenly most people are just going to be like, oh, okay, so fuck it. I don't care about Call of Duty anymore. I think that's crazy.
no,
I
that's not
think
gonna
that's
happen.
insane. It might not sell a billion, but you know what? I think Game Pass might hit 50 million users. There, I
Yeah,
said it.
Game Pass will be great. I I definitely agree with what you said there. First of all, I don't think they're gonna make it exclusive. It doesn't make any sense. But like, if they did, yeah, they wouldn't be doing the numbers that they did. It would still more than likely move a significant number of consoles for them. You would also see PC
They
numbers
don't care
probably
about
go up.
consoles, dude. They care about subscription. They got Game Pass on
Well, exactly.
TVs now.
But I'm
These guys
exactly.
don't
But I'm
care about
saying
no hardware. They're worried about that $15, that $20, that $25 every month. That's what they
yes.
want.
That's
Forget
I'm
con.
saying, but like on top of that, they'd also probably their console numbers would probably go up also, because not everybody's going to be playing that over the cloud. So it's like, say they make it exclusive, Game Pass numbers are going to go through the fucking roof. But then on top of that, you'll also be moving more consoles, and you'll also see numbers for Call of Duty go up on PC from people who used to play it on PlayStation. They're like, I don't want an Xbox. Well, then I'll play it on PC.
Yeah, they'll play it on their super powerful PCs. Ham Solo,
Yeah,
am I talking blasphemy by saying you cannot put Halo as a franchise next to COD as
you're
a
not.
franchise?
You're not.
Well, I mean, the numbers definitely agree with you.
Yeah. That's why I said before like, I know Halo's not it's just like an example of like, let's say in 50 years, I don't think it's a guarantee that Call of Duty is gonna sell 10 billion in the first, or a billion in the first 10 days. That's all I'm saying. So they can't sign a contract
Are
saying
we
that for
forgetting?
forever.
Are we forgetting how everyone was pressing F to pay respect after Vanguard came out? Are we forgetting? Everyone's talking
Well,
about, oh, we need to start looking for other shooters. Call of Duty is dead. Are we forgetting?
I remember that. And it's like, no matter what people say, they can say that all they
COD,
want. Vanguard
COD has
still
died. COD
it-
has died as
it's
many
never
deaths.
died.
It has died, no, figuratively, obviously. It
Yeah.
has died as many deaths as Xbox has died to PlayStation fanboys.
I mean,
So,
sure, yeah.
so to believe, for me at least, to believe that one day it's actually going to die for real, dude, you're betting against the ocean, in my opinion.
I'm saying all it takes is a number of bad Call of Duties in a row. Like a number, like, let's say they have a decade where it's like every other year they're releasing a Call of Duty. That's the plan, I guess. And then all of those Call of Duties gets worse one after the other. That's all it takes for it to just end up like,
Yep.
it's still selling, but
But the
it's not.
memory is
It's
bad.
exactly. So like, it's totally possible. It's especially if Microsoft gets it and they don't do the series justice, which I think is kind of hard to do considering the studios they have. But I mean, it's within the realm of possibility, is all I'm saying.
It's not impossible. That's true. You can fuck
Yeah,
up anything. I mean, just look at the
exactly.
Lakers. You can fuck up anything. Uh, Real quick, let's go to the chat. John Wolf, welcome. Says, "What up, everyone? Hope you're having a good weekend." Don't forget that Sony said that even if COD was on PS, the fact that Xbox will have it on Game Pass is the real issue. For sure, for sure. Because then everyone would do the simple math of $70, no bucks. It's very
Wow.
simple. They don't want COD on Game Pass, and that's what it is. Yes. Uh,
Almost like they should have made their own subscription service and done it first. I don't know.
You salty today. Yobi says, Loki
Mhm.
never hit me up. What bro? I'm gonna be honest with you live, right? Live. I was in my feelings. I'm still in my feelings. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I
Aw.
still haven't plugged in the PS5. I will get back to you this weekend though. I'm hearing nice things about God of War, and after the work week that I've had this week, I do need something that can put me to sleep like automatically. Um, oh, Yobi also
Jeez.
says hello
Man.
everyone. He also says
Hey.
hello everyone. Peace,
Hey,
love, and light.
hey.
Osha says, Lol Cozy so bored of this COD and Halo convo. She was bored. She was bored right until the end when Matt starts talking about the possible demise of COD. Then she woke up real quick. Like real quick. Welcome, Osha's
Matt and
108 Dragon.
are
What's
agreeing
up?
on a lot of this stuff. But we have had these conversations before, and Matt and I are in accordance with what we've been saying.
Yeah, you guys
All
are
it
in
takes is one
lockstep.
more step.
You guys are in lockstep, goose stepping to the death of COD. Let's
Cozy
move
can't
on.
wait.
So yeah, Cozy cannot wait for the death of COD. Studios asking Xbox to drop Series S requirement according to a dev who says system has become an albatross. So this one comes to us from GameSpot. As reported by VGC VFX artist Ian McClure, McClure responded to a post from Jeff Gertzman, formerly of Giant Bomb, who said he believes the Series S is holding back next gen games. Um, Argument seems really broken to me, says McClure, who worked on Xbox Series X and S title I Am Fish. Responded to this to explain that a number of developers actually do want the Series S requirement dropped. All right, first off, you developed I Am Fish, bro. Sit the fuck
Yeah.
down. All right.
I wasn't
Sit
gonna say
the
anything. I wasn't gonna say anything.
uh
Probably took work to. No, he didn't develop it.
sorry.
He didn't develop
Okay,
it.
he
Look at his
worked
position.
on he worked on I Am Fish.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we carry on with the article, Matt,
Hmm?
is the Series S holding back next gen gaming? Is the Series
I
S
get.
destroying the world in general? Because everyone's blaming it for everything at this point.
I guess we'll see when we start regularly getting specifically next gen games. I mean, all the specifically next gen games that I've played on Series S, I have a Series X and Series S, like they're totally fine. Like, I think the worst example, or I guess the best example for this case that it is holding back next gen would be probably Metro Exodus, because it runs at 60 FPS with ray tracing, albeit it's like a dynamic 720p, and it goes all the way down to like, I think it goes down to like 540p or something like that. But even then, because you're running ray tracing, you don't need to be running ray tracing in that game. You could run it at 1080p without ray tracing. But it's like, until we start seeing every game, like we just ditched last gen and every game is next gen or current gen only, where they're actually taking advantage of the things that it can do, like FSR consistently, like uh, what's that other one, VRS consistently, which is supposed to help immensely with both the Series X and S. I'm sure PlayStation also has some of their implementation on that, which isn't VRS, but I don't know what it's called. But until we see that, we can't really say for sure. But right now, I don't think, like, Deathloop next gen only plays phenomenal, plays great. Like, I don't know, I can't think of a game that's next gen only that plays like shit, unless it plays like shit everywhere
Gotham
else.
Knights.
Like Gotham Knights plays like shit everywhere. Plays worse on
How dare
PS5.
you, sir.
It plays worse on PS5 and Xbox Series X. So it's like, that's just bad optimization. That's not the Series S's fault. I don't know though. I'm not a developer. I'm not going to pretend like I know more than these guys. If that's what they're saying, that's what they're saying. But I'm looking at I Am Fish, and I'm like, I mean, come on, let's
All
get
right,
real.
let's dig in a little deeper in the article before Cozy jumps in and just obliterates Mr. McClure. And I quote, it might sound broken, but the reason you're hearing it a lot now is because many developers have been sitting in meetings for the past year, desperately trying to get the Series S launch requirements dropped, wrote McClure. This is all like it's yeah, I guess he can say it, but no real receipts here. Let's go to the chat real quick. Usher says, all good luck, congrats to you. Yeah, thanks. Cloaked Onyx, are the specs for the Series S to the GTX 1080 or RTX 2060? Bro, I don't know. 108 Dragon says plays
Series
fine
S?
on mine. Okay, so 108 Dragon says it plays fine for him. So, all right, so Cozy, is Mr. McClure on point with his take?
No. First of all, I mean, the problem is, I mean, he's not. What's he working on? That's the one thing you have to look at what the person works on within the gaming. The big problem is why, and this is the whole problem I have with a lot of these, devs. They're like, they won't work. They care too much about their 4K resolutions. They care
Yes.
way too much about that. They care way too much about that. They care way
It's
too much. If you
unreasonable.
are playing on a Series S, you do not care about 4K resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you care about, Cozy?
You care about gaming. You don't buy a Series S like, man, I'm excited about that 4K. That's not why. That is not why. It's like me and my my GTX 1060. I'm not playing in 4K. I don't care about 4K.
Yep.
So I just looked up I Am Fish and wow.
I
Yes.
mean,
Game of the
yeah,
year
looks real
contender.
demanding. Looks
Game of
real
the year
demanding.
contender right here, y'all. I'm telling you, this is a sleeper. All right, you guys are sleeping on one of the best games ever. Okay, lastly, before Ham jumps in, and I quote: "Studios have been through one development cycle where Series S turned out to be an albatross around the neck of production, and now that games are firmly being developed with new consoles in mind." Okay, let's pretend the PS4 is not getting games anymore. Teams do not want to repeat the process, added McClure, whose account is now private at the time of writing. Ham, shall we defend Mr. McClure?
I don't think so.
Oh man, the Xbox Defense Force is out. Come on, tell us why he's wrong.
Well, I mean, so just being that you are at that position, you should just know better. I mean,
Damn.
I think it's that simple, right? I mean, when you represent something, yeah. I mean, think about this, right? I mean, if like you at your job, Loke, you're not gonna, throw things on the internet about your job, knowing that people are looking specifically at this issue going on at your job, and you're not going to sit there and post about it and talk about it, right?
No.
I mean,
No.
come on. I mean, it's the same thing that happens with sports teams when there's and unless TMZ's around or something big is like there to like catch you talking. And unless somebody is there to catch you talking, you trying to keep things tight. And I felt like
shit on his team.
I feel like
No
this
TMZ,
was the opposite of keeping it tight. This was the opposite of keeping it tight, especially when people, including the person that's purchasing, is like thinking, seems like y'all got some friends over here. Like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And then somebody says, yo, I'm a friend. You're like, whoa. Clue right there. There's a clue. Solid clue. But yeah, that's. I mean, I just think the audacity is insane.
I mean,
Can I add? I feel like they want it to be dropped, honestly, because it is more work for them. Because now they have to optimize for. I mean, if they're doing cross-gen, that's what the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, the Series S, the Xbox Series X, and then you got the other side, PS5 and PS4. You're optimizing, and if you're going on the Switch, then just, I mean, like, what the hell? You're optimizing for like 7 consoles, and
I
that's a
think
lot of work.
You would have to get you would have to get a lot of people on board, to me, to be willing to say something of that magnitude. Like, to me, it just seems like more of a bandwagon move of, oh yeah, you didn't like it, neither did I, and I'm gonna complain about it out loud to everybody as well.
I think the bigger thing is, I mean, that we also got to think about is, you notice how, the statement was consoles. That's because they will, like, oh, well, you can do it on PC. And it's like, that's the truth. And the thing is, a lot of times, they will not even optimize these games on PC. They'll just be like, screw it, and just dump them. So I think, the fact that they can't necessarily get away with that on a console the same way you can just dump a game on PC, and as long as it kind of works, you'll just be like, well, we'll patch it when we patch it or whatever. Is part of the problem.
All right.
I do think they'll come out with another one though.
Another what?
Think so too.
Another console. I think the series. I think there will be mid-gen refresh for both Series X and Series S, and I kind of changed my tune on that. I thought that was not going to be the case, but I do think that if those complaints keep happening, they will probably refresh both those consoles. A more powerful Series X and a more powerful Series S.
Moving forward, I'm just gonna buy one console per generation, and now, like, for what's next for me is either a Switch or a monster PC. I'm not getting another Xbox. I'm definitely not getting another PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So either a Switch, PC, or Steam Deck. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Steam Deck looks nice.
Yeah, let's go to the chat. Chat, it's catching fire here. Yobi says 30 FPS is not going anywhere this gen. Gotham Knights runs great for me. I've seen no issues. Could care less about 4K. Same. It is what it is. As long as my games look pretty and are stable, we're good. Usher says PC is the lowest common denominator, not the Series S. One-Way Dragon agrees. Cloaked Onyx says 30 FPS makes me motion sick now. Okay. That's something, I guess.
Certain games, I agree. Certain games, I do agree. Sometimes, like when I was playing, like when I was playing, what was that game? Quantum Break. I don't know what it was. I think it was just like because you know how you're moving in time and there's all those like swizzles in the air and stuff like that.
Not the frame rate.
Well, like, I don't know, that mixed with the kind of like stutteriness that comes with it. I feel like if it was more smooth, it'd be easier. I had the same issue with Hellblade as well. Hellblade, which I'm kind of a little nervous about that because that game looks amazing. So if it looks that amazing, I'm wondering if that's going to be a 30 frame per second game, which I'm hoping it's not. Right. So, but like in that game, when I was lining up some of the puzzles and just like swaying around, dude, it was killing my eyes, dude, doing some of those puzzles in Hellblade. So Yeah, I could see why somebody would say, yo, 30 frames is just not it. For certain games, yeah, it does kind of like hurt my eyes and whatnot. But like on something like Gotham Knights, where everything's all dark already and whatnot, I think it'd be fine. I'm not saying, I'm not advocating, yo, that's the way I want to play. I'd definitely more rather play at 60 FPS. It's on sale right now for $41. I'm thinking about grabbing it. But at the same time, I just don't know. I still gotta play Sonic Frontier, and I hear that game's a little broken too right now. So
Uh,
it's just
rough.
like, what broken game do
Um,
you want next? I don't know.
yeah, pretty much, dude. Essentially, like the gaming developers that can't hit 60 FPS consistently, right? Just remove all the extra stuff and make games that look more like Sifu, you know? Because it doesn't look bad, but it's smooth. You know what I mean? Everything
Yeah.
doesn't have to look like Uncharted, Gears of War 5. It
Yeah.
can look like Sifu and be a great game. Ask what is it, Vampire Survivors. I haven't played it yet, but everyone that's touched it, it's Vampire Survivors reminds me of the conversations we used to have in university about crack. You know, everyone that's tried it is like, damn, bro, that shit is
Oh,
wild.
wow. Okay.
Hold
All
up.
right.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
What?
You said
Back
you
up.
said it
Back
reminds you
up.
of
What?
crack.
Conversations we had at university about crack,
Okay.
you know, because you act like that was a normal university conversation, and I guarantee
What
you
just
it is
happened?
not.
I used to
This one was
converse with
getting
all my
wild.
buddies about
That's all I'm
crack.
saying. You telling me in varsity no one tried nothing? Everyone in your university was just like freaking water and juice?
Sir,
Well,
there's
I
a
never
far cry
conversed.
between.
I never conversed with people about trying
Yeah,
crack.
I can't say that I have either.
I've never done that.
Well,
Can't
you
Okay.
guys need to get your
can't say
visas.
that's a thing.
You guys need to get your visas and fly on over here. And we're gonna show you some things. All right?
No,
We're
I
gonna
don't
show
need
you
to
good.
see. I don't
I'm
need to
good.
see any of
That
that.
is no. I'm not flying to another country to try crack. Okay,
continent.
that
Yeah.
sounds like a
Continent,
very bad
Cozy.
idea.
Continent. You have
If
to
I'm gonna do
leave.
crack, it's gonna be within the confines of America.
Well, good luck with that. Let's go to the chat real quick. Master Clown X3 says, I'm here to pay homage to kings and queens. My respect and admiration throughout. Salute to all. Thank you very much for coming. For all the guys that are here that weren't at the beginning, thank you very much for your support. On Wednesday, we passed 400 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Osha says those ninjas are sus as that dude from the EU Commission. Stop. Cloaked Onyx, I'm pretty sure the devs are under NDA to explain why the Series S is hindering next-gen gaming. Okay. You're going to hate the next topic, Cloaked Onyx. Master Clown says, if Twitter survives a couple more weeks, I'll be on repping and shaking the spot. We're happy to have you. Cloaked Onyx, I can't play Fable 2 anymore because it makes me motion sick. It sucks. Yeah, true.
Dude, Fable 2 is pretty bad.
Mhm.
I'm not
It's
gonna
terrible.
I'm not gonna hold him to that one. That one is, yeah, I mean, he's spitting right there because I beat Fable 2 and bro, I had to take some time to myself to like, I don't know, like once I turned on Fable 3, I was just like, oh, thank God. And then I played it for a little while and I was like, man, Fable 2 is so much better. But it just looks terrible.
Replay the entire Yakuza series because it all runs 60 FPS. Buttery smooth. Mr. Chivalry says, what the fuck did I just join? Bro, I crack no. Matt Likes Game says, Lamar, just a casual conversation, Shiv. I don't know. Cloaked Onyx,
The
Yobi,
regular
I did, but
conversation.
once I started playing Destiny 2 on PC, I can't play 30 FPS console games, but I can play my Nintendo Switch. What? Oh man, the Master Race got Cloaked
Smaller
Onyx.
screens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So has everyone given their take on this guy on Series S holding back the generation? Can we move on to the last one?
Hold back your generation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Cloaked Onyx, hold on to your undies.
What?
Gavin Stevens is a dev who says the Series S is not holding back gaming.
Let's go.
Go figure. So, Gavin Stevens, co-owner and designer lead at indie studio Team Blur Games,
The Empire Strikes Back.
doesn't think it's going to be much of an issue. In a long, detailed breakdown of the console specs, Stevens explained that there are various factors to take into consideration here that collectively mean that while developers are going to have to spend additional time and resources on scaling their games back for the Series S, the console isn't going to hold back next-gen games. Speaking of the RAM, Stevens says that while the Series S pool is significantly lower and even has slower speeds, given the fact that the console won't be running games at 4K, it won't need as much RAM as the Series X. Stevens states that the games running at 1440p, which is what the Series S is built for, usually require about 4 to 8 gigs of RAM, which the Series S is capable of handling, while other technologies the console is making use of, such as sampler feedback streaming, who the fuck even knows what that is, will also help out. As for the GPU, Stevens directly addresses the claims that the Xbox Series S's GPU is supposedly slower than the One X's, while purely on paper, 4 teraflops, which is what the Series S has, versus
Teraslops. I like it. Teraslops.
versus
Yeah.
6 teraflops, which is what the One X has, makes it seem that way. Stevens points out that while the One X's GPU is built on GCN4 architecture, the Series
Yes.
S uses RDNA 2, which is significantly faster than the GCN.
Yes.
That was a mouthful. Let's go to the chat before we go to the panel. Oh, okay. Not much here. Matt,
Yes.
you clearly agree with Mr. Gavin Stevens over here. Go.
Well, that's something that
Gavin fanboy.
I haven't heard people. That's something I haven't heard people talk about since like before the launch of the consoles, and nobody's talking about it except for this guy. Thank God. The fact that it's on entirely different, way more efficient architecture. 4 teraflops of RDNA 2 is going to be better and faster than 6 teraflops of GCN. That's just the way it is. And I don't know why. Like we were talking about that a lot before the launch of the console, but then all of a sudden it just stopped and nobody acknowledged it. And finally this guy did. But also the sampler, what is it called? Sampler feedback streaming, you said?
Sorry?
You said
Yes,
it was
yes.
called sampler that
Sample feedback streaming. What is that?
So from what I understand, again, I'm not a developer, but from what I understand from the videos I have watched on this, it is to do with like rendering only what you can see, as opposed to the entire world around you. Taking load off of whatever's behind you, whatever's out of the picture, and then loading what's in front of you. And because of the SSD, it can get what it needs from the RAM quick enough to load what's behind you whenever you turn around, so that at any given point you're using a lot less GPU to render the whole world and just what's in front of you, what you're looking at, what needs to be rendered, what's supposed to be the most detailed thing in front of you will be getting priority as opposed to just background noise that you don't need to really see. So it's stuff like that. Whenever we get actual fully current gen games, that will be implemented and we can, I mean, that's why I think Hellblade has, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Hellblade was 30 FPS, but that's why I think a game like Hellblade can look that good and still probably run at 60 FPS even on the Series S. Probably won't look that good, but it's like they can get away with stuff like that, especially their first party, because they're using all of that sort of stuff to its fullest potential. Whereas, you know, a third party like the I Am Fish developer probably isn't doing much of that. But I don't think it's going to be the problem that people say it is. And I'm glad he brought that up as one of the reasons, because the architecture does make a difference.
Man, the Series S Defense Force is out. Cozy.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry, Cozy. Let's go to the chat real quick. Mr. Inferno, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're late, but you're
Hey,
here, man.
Inferno.
Osher says PS1 and PS2 were the weakest consoles of the gen. Come on, bro. Bro, don't make this personal. Cloaked Onyx, all I heard was marketing speak. Nothing really technical. I want to know why devs hate the Series S so much. It's because it keeps selling. It keeps selling, and they lowered the price. They just lowered the price. That's why they hate
Dude,
it. Mr. Inferno, your
$239
Series
on
S-
Amazon.
Yeah. Series S is a mashed potato without gravy. Just pray, dude. I've never seen people love mashed potato without gravy this much.
It is.
Oh,
I love
yep.
mashed potatoes without gravy. Mashed potatoes are delicious without gravy. They're delicious on their
Just-
own because who doesn't love potatoes
Exactly.
Okay,
Just
in
butter.
some
You
fashion
need
or
butter.
form? Oh,
We've turned into a cooking channel. Cozy,
Yeah.
are you with Mr. Stevens?
yeah,
On this
very
one.
much so. Very much so. Like the first the first statement is like, from someone who doesn't understand that it's like doesn't understand the problem with a lot of these games, as I said before, is they don't want to. It's like the same with PC, where the PC issues are all over the place because they won't optimize. So a lot of people, they don't want to optimize. And as we've seen, stop trying to push 4K. Stop. Just let it go.
Please.
It's not
Please.
4K.
Push
Just
60 FPS.
yes. Thank
Yes.
you. Yes.
All the time. All the time.
Okay. Hamathy, is Mr. Gavin Stevens fibbing or not?
I mean, yeah, I need to see more from this generation as games come out. Like, I think time will only tell this situation. We could run in circles with this for hours if we want to, but until more games are dropping to prove them or to prove him, Mr. Iron Fish, to prove him
Oh God.
to prove him incorrect. Or else, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. I wonder what would happen. See, I think about this in the back of my head, like what would actually happen if like if a team like went and said like we're not making a Series S version. I'm pretty sure Xbox would say, "Yo, you're just not making a game for us then."
Yeah. Yeah. You can't be
But
on Xbox.
I'd be really interested to see how a team that says no to it, and then and then you go to see it, be on the PlayStation 5 and on PC or whatnot, and then turn around and have Xbox put a game like Hellblade on both consoles, and like and if this game looks better, runs better, it's just like, what are you guys talking about? Or like, what
Yeah.
kind of game is this that needs so much power that the Series S is just so underpowered to do? Like, I feel like sometimes it might be kind of like an artistry kind of thing. Like, my game's supposed to be this and I want it to be held at this standard. Like, we don't want to, do any, I mean, kind of like Gotham Knights, I guess. Like, I'm not sure if all of what they said was true about, hey, it's not as easy as just take away ray tracing and, drop the res a little bit or something like that. I'm wondering what it would be like for them to just flat out like say no and see how that goes. I mean, I'm waiting for the first dev team to say, you know what, we're not doing this and it's because of this, and come out and say it.
You're here for all the violence.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
one thing for somebody to say, I didn't want to work on this thing. I don't really like it. I don't feel like, all the, work that I put into this game, I don't want to, drop it down and stuff like that to support something that's the cheapest thing available to get. Hell, I mean, even, some of the team at id Software were talking about it before the, the deal got finalized. So, I mean, obviously it's a topic, but I'm just wondering how long this will go until like something actually happens. Because this is just all just talk. Kind of like this show.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Now,
just
Mr.
talk.
Inferno, Mr. Inferno Game says cooking with Cozy sounds terrifying. I concur, my good sir.
Speaking of which, I got food.
Oh no.
You can
Oh.
put that away.
What?
I don't
You
know.
don't
It
want to
might
see
just
what
be
food I
poison.
have?
Let's see. Real quick, let's
I
see.
don't have it
Yeah,
on
let's see
me.
this food.
I have to go. I forgot. I have to
Oh,
go
you
get it
put
out of
your
the
food
fridge.
on you, then you eat it? Right.
It's
Okay, that sounds
refrigerated, so
healthy.
I'm extra nervous about what it is.
That sounds very healthy.
If
Cozy.
Cozy's
Quite as bad as
preserving it,
last
it's
week.
scary.
It's not as bad as last week, you guys.
It's a
not as bad as
human
last week.
hand.
No
Oh,
comment.
man.
It's not human.
You almost
Alright.
made Crazy Louie puke on camera last.
Bro, he was losing it. Like, what the hell? That was gold. Okay, let's go to the chat. Master Clown says these are people spreading misinformation, banking on ignorance. Real devs make games, bottom line. Okay. If anything is holding anything back is last gen, that would fall on hybrid consoles, namely the PS5. What?
I mean,
Like, I'm
he's
pissed off. I'm pissed off at PlayStation. But did you just
he,
call the PS5 last gen?
he's got a little bit of a point considering they're not full RDNA 2.
Oh, Matt. You guys are
Matt,
going
what are you
full-
doing? What are you saying right now? This is blasphemy.
So
Stop it, sir.
I mean, I say,
You know
they'll be
what,
fine.
Matt?
They'll be fine.
Matt, let's
Spray
reserve
some
an
fucking
hour.
air freshener. This is ugh. This is
Let's reserve
nasty
an
right
hour,
now.
and
It stinks in here all of a sudden.
We'll sort this out next week, Friday
Yes.
on Tuesday. Because this
Yes.
is wild. What you're telling me right now, right? PS5 is last gen. Oh man.
No, it's not entirely.
Master
It's a
Clown-
mix of both. It's a mix of both.
Master Clown doubling down, saying, "Yeah, I did. Sorry, King. Have to say, bro." Jesus.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Wow.
He's
Cloaked
clowning.
Yeah, he's all the way in. Cozy, this one's for you. Cloaked Onyx wants you to
Love
come
it.
and defend your Nintendo. He says, "Did you see the huge performance issues in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? It's bad, but it's still playable. Although when we said we want the Skyrim version of Pokemon, we didn't mean literally." Cozy, tell us why Pokemon is a perfectly fine game.
Because most of the people who play Pokemon don't care. You get a few outliers that are like, but my performance and stuff like that. But you're not the target demographic for Pokemon. If you are complaining about performance and on a Nintendo Switch, you are already outside of the target demographic for Switch.
That's not who they're looking for.
Yep.
Okay. Shit. I'm still recovering. PS5 is last gen. People.
Hey, that's your words. That's your words.
Jeez. Okay, we're done. We're done with the news. Otherwise, you guys are gonna come with even hotter takes. Jeez. Let's go to game predictions.
That's why we can't talk about nothing on here.
For sure. 'Cause then people will start flying off the handles. Jeez. Okay, so
Gonna
first
start
off, we
fighting.
have Evil West coming out November 22nd. Cozy, what's the score?
I 86.
Ooh.
Cozy says 86. This is a Game Pass game, isn't it?
No, I don't think it
I don't
is.
know.
No.
If it was, that would be fantastic, but I don't think it is.
Okay, let me
Last gen, though.
Let me quickly check.
It only
Evil
sounds
West.
right though, because Xbox is from the Evil West.
And it is last gen.
Okay, Ham, I'll give you that one. Well done. I'll give you that one. Jeez. Okay, so yes, Evil West is going to Game Pass.
It is?
Hold on.
Are you sure
No,
about
it's
that?
not. I don't think so.
That's what
dog.
the title says.
Don't get me excited here, because like don't.
So
We
no,
don't need
Evil
that.
West. What's the score? While I check this?
I
For
don't
for
think
who you asking?
Ham Solo, Evil West. What is the score?
83.
83. Okay, it has not been confirmed for Game Pass, so it's probably not going
That's
to
what.
Game
There
Pass.
we go. Yeah.
Matt, Evil West, what's the score?
I'm probably the most excited for it here, and I'm going 78.
And you're the
78.
one who gave it the lowest score. That's what's killing
Yep.
me right now. That's what's killing
I
me.
I just
Okay,
don't think I just don't think people are gonna love it.
okay.
I am.
You're gonna love it. I
Oh yeah.
All right. Before we go on, let's check the chat. Master Clown says, I can get messy. Yes, you already have, and make sure you wipe before you leave. All right.
Ooh.
Osher says shots fired. Evil West. I also predict 86. Jeez. So now I have to put in Osher's for Evil West. All right. Osher's 86. Wait. You know Osher's. You know you can't pick a score that someone's already picked.
Yeah, Cozy already picked that score.
Pick a lane.
Like 86 and a
Inferno.
half.
See, Mr. Inferno knows what's up. Mr. Inferno says
Did you
85.
really you
Says
said
85.
86 and a half? Really?
Yep.
Who said 86 and a half?
I did.
Oh man. Master Clown, as long as Xbox, PlayStation continue to cater to last gen consoles, it spreads the development out. This is all moot. If they hit PC market, then it changes the whole narrative. Bro, Master Clown, are you a developer? Please tell us, because your dialogue seems very technical. Cozy, Gungrave
Yes.
Gore or Gungrave Gore. I'm not gonna call it Gore. It's Gungrave Gore. Coming on November 22nd. It's a shooter. What's the score?
Wait, November 22nd? I thought it was already out.
Yes. No.
Wait. So it's a shooter. Is it multiplayer?
No, it's story focused.
I think.
From what I've seen, it's story focused. Yeah, third person action shooter by South Korean studio Iggy Mob.
80.
80. Okay. Ham Solo, Gungrave. What's the score?
77.
7.
Oh,
Not feeling it.
Hamathy's gonna do well this time.
Probably. Matt?
74.
74. In the chat, is anyone... Oh, okay. Oshus says 88. Mr. Inferno says 83. All right. Anime base. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Lastly, we have Ship of Fools. It's an action roguelite, so Ham Solo is gonna love it. Coming November 22nd as well. Cozy, what's the score?
Ship of Fools. Roguelike. Is it? Who is it made by? Anyone who makes anything?
Oh, Cozy, you know, I'm not the biggest Googler.
You need to. You
I
can't
don't.
just
By
throw games at
I-
us.
made in
I
Quebec
actually
City
don't.
by Fika Productions.
There you go.
You can't just throw a game out and be like, oh no.
I literally just did. Cozy.
That's true.
I'm going to say a 81.
81 for Cozy Beluga. Ham Solo, Ship of Fools. Your potential game of the year. What's the score?
Actually took my score, so I'm gonna go 79.
You should have gone 69. Never mind. I'll stop.
Come on, Cozy. You got a wife.
Matt, what's the score?
I'm gonna just say something stupid. 92.
Christ. And if it does get a 92, can you imagine?
It just seems like one of those games. Like it's very simple. The people who like that kind of game are gonna rate it highly. I just feel like.
Okay, Usher says 78. And that's it. Okay. Master Clown says, yes, I've dabbled, messed heavily with Unreal back in 2004. I do other things now, but still intertwined in gaming. Now, not no autocorrect. Bro, trust me. I've been doing this. I know what you meant. Relax. Okay, game results from last week. Pentiment, potential game of the year. Cozy said 84. Ham Solo said 88. Retro was very low. He said 75.
Oof.
Louis said 90. And Arcade 4247 said 70. The score is 87. So Ham Solo might just win game results this week. Ham was a point. Call
did
of
think.
Duty Warzone. I'm not gonna say what the score was because no one rated it, so it doesn't matter what you guys picked. No one said it wouldn't be rated. So, and lastly we have Goat Simulator. Cozy said 78. Solo said 82. Retro said 79. Louis said 100. So we have I because Cozy said 78. The score was 80, but Ham said 82. So it's a difference of 2 for both of you. And
Do a
ladies and
thing.
gentlemen, Ham Solo for the first time gets on the scoreboard
Let's
for game
go.
predictions. Damn, man. It almost took you it just took you to November. You had the whole year. November.
But
You scored a
it's a
point.
good
Damn.
Slow and steady, you know, slow and steady.
For sure, for sure. All right, notable tweets. Let's get to it. Matt, this one's for you. Oh, sorry. Let's go to the chat real quick. Cloaked Onyx says, Cozy Beligo, when you fall through the map in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, record it so we can all laugh at it. I've fallen through the map twice. We're keeping count. We are keeping
Not going
count.
to get it.
Cozy's probably gonna fall through the map like 0
I'm
times.
not even. I'm not getting it actually. So
Thanks to Vampire. Why? Why
I
you
dip into
betraying the-
Pokemon every like few games
He's
where
not a
they do
Nintendo
something that
fan.
really, where they do something really engaging, and then I dip back out. Like X and Y and Sun and Moon and
Cozy,
those and Omega Ruby were the last times. What?
Cozy, you are the one who legitimizes this channel because everyone knows me and Ham don't touch switches. So we rely on you to be the switch person, and then you just come out and say, "Yeah, I'm not gonna buy the biggest game that's on the Switch right now."
That's not
Damn.
the best game on the Switch.
We're here for the clout, Cozy. It's not for us to be genuine. It's about the clout.
I'm not
Jeez.
a fake gamer. I'm not gonna praise games I'm not playing or.
Yeah, sure. Miss Vampire Survivors, whatever. Matt. Notable tweets at Neo GameSpark says, "Can't believe the Xbox Series S did this to Twitter," implying that the Twitter's on the verge of collapse because Series S is also holding it back. What's your take on this tweet?
Hilarious. Neo's hilarious. But dude, yeah, Twitter was in shambles last night, and apparently I didn't even realize it until like midnight. Everyone thought it was gonna die. But we're still here. But that's a hilarious tweet, honestly.
All right.
Why was Twitter in shambles?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently Elon Musk, or not, we don't even know if it was Elon Musk, but we're assuming he like just locked everyone out of the building. So like, there's like, I think they have like 50 employees right now. They went from like thousands to like 50. So it's like, I don't know. Like everyone was like, okay, obviously 50 people can't run this site, so we're just assuming it's gonna die. And everyone was saying it was gonna die as soon as last night, and you know, it didn't. So we'll see.
It's just okay. It's for me. It's just working, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of people talking about RIP Twitter and Twitter's dead. And Elon Musk himself is memeing the supposed death of Twitter. I'm like, what? Okay, so let's go to the chat real quick. What's this? Okay, Master Clown says it's deeply embarrassing when glitches happening in a game. It'll be fixed. Does the Switch have internet? Can you patch the Switch?
The Switch actually has a cool way. You can update a Switch with another person's Switch. If someone's Switch is already updated, you can take their Switch without internet, connect to it, and take their update and piggyback off it and update. It's like the coolest thing. We discovered that because I was at a con and mine wasn't updated.
That sounds like remember back in the day when we had to use Bluetooth sharing to
it's like if you're out and you want to play with someone like just like connecting through local Wi-Fi, you can just connect to their Switch to grab the and update off of their Switch. You don't need internet. Like you just like connect to their Switch, update off their Switch, and then you guys can play together.
So your voice went up an octave there. You're very excited.
Because because it's a cool feature. I discovered this with a friend because my Switch wasn't updated, and I got a message that I couldn't play because it wasn't updated. But it said, "Would you like to update off of theirs?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure."
Okay. Sounds like a convenient way to get viruses, but okay. Cozy, this one's for you. At Yo Raptor says, personally, don't mind, make the game more polished and release it in a less crowded time. Keeping my eye on this one. This was regarding Dead Island 2 getting delayed. What are your thoughts on this tweet?
Yeah, polished games. Next. What else am I supposed to think about? Yeah, just polish them. It's a good idea.
A good point.
Okay.
I could care less about that game, to be honest.
I think that's the
same.
Yeah. Usually Ham, when it comes to notable tweets, Ham tries not to speak. So the fact that he put out all this energy on a tweet does
any one of us care about it?
I mean, Ham must really not care about it. Jeez. Yobi says, Master Clown X3, embarrassing yes to the devs. They hate it. To be the publishers in suit and ties, making these devs push games out knowing it's not ready. And I feel terrible for them. Yes, it's the suit and ties. We're the ones ruining gaming. Cloaked Onyx says, fun fact, the midnight release for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet at GameStop was bigger than God of War Ragnarok and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Whatever, dog. Whatever. Usher says, why is it that when an African brother makes it to the top, everyone's just ready to hate? Leave Elon alone.
Oh my God.
Usher's
psychotic.
Oh my God. What just happened?
Usher's noticed that when Elon does something bad, the South African community on social media says he's from Pretoria. When he does something good, they say he's from Tshwane. Notice that difference. Master Clown says, you're right, yeah. Cloaked Onyx says, hey, whatever happened to holding companies and devs accountable to their work? Too many fanboys. Makes accountability impossible. Lastly, we have Ham Solo. This one's for you. At Claypot says, I don't know if Mick Gordon is being honest about the ridiculous crunch for Doom. For Doom Eternal's soundtrack. We don't want a repeat of what happened with Helena Taylor. What are your thoughts?
Thoughts and prayers?
No comment?
Yeah, no comment. I know.
Yeah. I'll comment on this one for you. Claypot is saying the silent part out loud. Everyone is thinking this. No one is saying it. There, I said it for everyone. Okay, quiz time.
Oh no.
Are we ready?
No.
I guess.
All right, let me just quickly check if Ham is in double digits. Okay, Ham is still on 9 wins. Guys,
let him win another one. I'm gonna let him.
Let us do what we can to ensure that Ham does not get to double digits.
No, because Ham just wins. But the thing is, I know your tricks, so I don't mind him winning because I know your tricks. One of us has to win.
Cozy, you don't know my tricks. Otherwise, you'd have figured this out by now. Ham's the one who figured it out. That's why I'm trying to stop his streak.
You're a
Okay,
trickster.
so
See, you should be
so
an impartial, what you call it, host.
this time it's a coin. All right. Uh,
You should be an
Cozy,
impartial host.
Cozy, you pick
Yes.
in which
Why am I
hand
picking?
the coin is. Go.
Why am I picking? Why am I picking?
It's sexism, so I'm making you pick first.
It's in your ring finger.
It's actually in the other one. So
It's not like
Ham
I'm gonna
Solo,
win.
Ham Solo goes first. Cozy, you haven't been paying attention. If you check your averages, you've actually won when Ham goes last. Every single one of your wins, Ham was last.
See
All
you
right.
guys.
All right.
Oh.
So Matt, you ready? I don't have to explain
Yes.
the rules to you. You know what's up, right?
The camera's
I
on.
know the kind of shit you pull. I know what you do.
See you guys. I got chicken feet.
Let's check.
Oh my god.
Is that what? Let's
Oh.
see. What is that?
Chicken feet. Chicken feet.
Oh
Oh
my
man.
god.
That
Is it
looks
cooked?
like that hand from Scary Movie
Yeah.
2.
You're
It's cooked.
okay. So she's licking the sauce. All right. Oh.
Chicken feet.
Put the whole
Ah,
toe. Put the whole toe in your mouth
don't do that. Don't do that.
and
Don't do
like
that.
take it
Don't
all in
listen
your
to
mouth.
No,
Don't
sir.
listen to
Take
don't
the
listen to
skin off.
Luke. Don't listen
That
to
sounds pervy.
It
Put
sounds
the
what?
entire.
What the hell, Luke?
It sounds pervy. Put the entire foot in my mouth.
Oh
Well, you're
god.
licking the foot. Look at you. You're nibbling on the foot. That sounds way more erotic than putting the whole foot in your mouth.
Sicko pervo.
I'm the sicko pervert. You're the one doing it, but I'm the sicko. Fine, Cozy. Whatever. Quiz time. Matt, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Blizzard recently increased the HP of old raid bosses by 33% with the latest Evoker patch. True or false?
Is this me or Cozy?
That's you, dog.
Oh, I thought Cozy was going first. Okay.
No, Cozy's going first between her and Matt and Ham. You're
Gotcha.
going
Okay. Okay. So, what was the question again?
Blizzard recently increased the HP of old raid bosses by 33% with the latest Evoker patch. True or false?
False.
It's true.
Okay.
You know Blizzard does scummy stuff. Cozy, God
Yeah.
of War Ragnarok doesn't have new game plus. True or false?
Oh, why can't I get
True.
that one?
Correct. Ham Solo, Dead
Ooh.
Island 2 has been delayed
No.
until October 2023. True or false?
True.
False. It's been delayed to April 2023.
Cool. Fuck that game.
Matt,
Yeah,
the current developer of Dead Island 2 is Dam Buster Studios. True or false?
true.
Correct. Do you just guess that or you actually
Yeah,
got it right?
I just guessed that.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Both of them so far.
All right. Next one's for Cozy. Cozy. The Dead Island 2 has been under development by more than 3 studios. True or false? Your mic's muted. Hello, Cozy, you there?
Muted.
Oh, but it's not muted.
There you go. Yeah,
There it
yeah.
is.
That's
It was. I don't know what it was. It was not muted. I
It's
didn't
fine,
press
Cozy.
anything.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Anyway.
True or false?
True.
False. It's actually been under development by exactly 3 studios. So
Oh my god, you're just a sick
He's
person.
diabolical. He's
I
diabolical.
know.
That's,
I said
I'm
more
glad I
than
didn't
3.
get that question.
I
I'm glad
said
I didn't get
more
that
than
question because
3.
I said yes, that's true. And that's wild. Because
Yeah,
I knew it's 3. You said 3, and I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Ham Solo. The Splinter Cell franchise is 15 years old. True or false?
Oh,
Sorry?
False.
Correct. Ham
there you
Solo
go.
scores a point. So now everyone's on one apiece. Okay. Matt.
Yes.
In chronological order, Splinter Cell Essentials released after Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. True or false?
I don't even know what Splinter Cell Essentials is. I would imagine that's you said Splinter Cell Essentials released after Chaos Theory?
I'll reread the question.
Okay.
In chronological order,
Trying to be
Splinter
foolish,
Cell
Lou.
Essentials. Dude, let me finish the
He's
question.
trying to trip you up. That's what he's doing,
That's
man.
because he smiled before he did the question originally because he knows that something's bullshit in there. So I'm
Dude,
trying to.
look, I won't lie. When
Yeah.
I put this question, when I typed it in, I was like, "This is a thing of beauty."
I'm sure
Yes.
you did. I'm sure.
Like, I'm impressed with myself. Now, it's so good you have to ask me to read it again. Here goes.
Yes.
In chronological order, Splinter Cell Essentials released after Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. True or false?
In chronological order, that's okay. False.
It's true.
Is it? Okay. So
Yeah.
then, okay. All right.
God, what a
Cozy.
fucked up question. That had layers of shit just all over it.
It really
Cozy.
was a bad
Like
question.
I listened to
Yes.
that question
It
again,
wasn't
and
a
I
bad
was just
question.
like, "Wow!" Like it was
It
as
wasn't
bad
a
as
bad
I
question.
remember.
It wasn't a bad question. It wasn't a bad question. Cozy.
Yes.
There will be a performance of the Starfield score at the Soraya in LA in November 20. Oh, sorry, on November the 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. True or false? Oh, sorry, Pacific.
Oh,
True or
God.
false?
True.
Correct. Cozy scores. Ham Solo. Chinese gamers will lose access to Blizzard Entertainment's flagship titles on January 24th, 2023. True or false?
True.
False. They will lose access on January 23rd.
See,
Jesus.
this is garbage. This
Just-
is so garbage.
I was
This is
expecting the
fucking
last-
bullshit, dude.
I was expecting the last one to be like you said 7 p.m. and it was actually 6 p.m.
No,
That's what
she
I was
got it
expecting the
perfect.
last.
She got it perfect. She got it perfect.
Oh,
But
Matt.
did she? Because I at
Yeah, she
least
did.
know there's gonna be a change, but I can't. Man, you're just this is just full of shit. This is a bad fucking host. It's a shit host.
Yeah, he is. He's a
every
piece
time you
of
get a
shit. He's a
perfect
piece
score,
of trash. We
Ham
oughta
Solo.
hus-
Solo,
you
you
know,
notice
stone him
how
in the
every
center
time
of
you get a
town.
perfect score and you win, you never say anything. You say no, but when you start swinging and missing, then
No,
it's terrible.
he
It's
definitely has called
horrible.
you out, even when he's won. And I've had some
Wrong.
bullshit. He's
Wrong.
definitely called you
Wrong.
out. He's
Wrong.
definitely called you out. You just like
Matt.
trying to make yourself the victim.
Matt,
Yeah.
I'm not the victim.
Facts.
I'm just superior.
You are the victim.
Matt, Blizzard and NetEase have worked together since 2008. True or false?
false.
True.
Okay.
I don't
Cozy.
even know what the score is anymore.
Yes.
Like I just completely shut
Cozy's
it
in the
off.
lead.
Oh
Cozy's
my
got
God.
2. You and Matt are still on 1.
Not
Cozy,
for long.
Sonic
Yes.
Frontiers will be getting 3 paid DLC updates over the coming months. True or false?
False.
Correct. Cozy's on 3. I think Cozy's going to win. This might be the first time Cozy
Probably.
wins.
I got 2 questions where I was right but had the wrong date, so fuck off.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna win. You're gonna trick me.
There is a studio developing a reimagination of Castlevania with dating sim themes named Romancylvania. True or false?
Oh
What
my
the fuck?
god.
I support this.
True.
It's a nice little fantasy to have, huh? Ham, true or false?
I said true.
Correct. Ham Solo is on 2.
It's
All right,
kind of
Matt.
dumb enough for me to say yes to.
Yeah. Matt, you have
Yeah.
no chance of either winning or drawing
fine.
level, but this is your consolation question. Amazon is offering the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 for $15 off of its $179 price tag. True or false?
The last few have been false, so I'll just say true.
It's actually false. The
That's
discount is $20, not 15.
Oh my
That's
god.
Cozy,
Yeah.
if you get this one right, then
This is
it's
I'm gonna get
yours.
it wrong.
It's yours if you get this one.
I'm gonna get it wrong.
Call of Duty Warzone 2 takes up over 100 gigabytes of space on PC. True or false?
Oh my god.
True?
False. It takes up 43 gigabytes.
Say it, I'm
Ham
gonna get it
Solo.
wrong.
Solo. Ah, man. Ham has a chance to take a win away from Cozy.
I'm not that
Okay.
bothered.
Ham, are you ready?
Why are you so bothered, Loke? I want to know, like, what?
I know he's gunning
Why do
against
you
you. I'm like,
need me
it's
to
whatever, and
lose?
he's like, it's not enough that you should win, Cozy. It's that
Ham
Ham
Solo.
Solo should lose.
Ham Solo. Remember
He
how
doesn't even care if
everyone
you
was
win. He just
vying-
wants anybody but me to win.
Yes, that is true. And let me tell you why.
Can you give me a
Remember
correct
how-
answer for that?
Can I do
For all the
what?
bullshit you gave me? You said true. You said true.
No. So let me explain why I'm rooting against you, Ham. Remember how everyone was in love and behind the Warriors the first time they won the championship? That was you the first time, bro. I was
So
with
you're
you.
a hater. So you're just a
I'm
hater.
not a
wasn't.
hater. I'm not a hater.
You're
Just
describing
just
a
see-
hater, so I
You're
mean,
just-
that's
Describe
fine.
it,
every time I
Yeah.
finish doing the quiz, at the bottom, right? At the bottom, there's the scores, and it says Ham Solo 9, Cozy 4, everyone else 1, 1, 1, 1, and that frustrates me. So I'm trying to get Cozy to like 12, and then I'll start rooting for Ham.
Man, you should really work for the for the CMA or EU or something, man,
Oh fuck
Yep.
off.
because you are.
At least I'm honest. At least I don't backpedal like they
Well,
did.
I mean,
Anyway,
well, you can stand right next to that one guy that left his post up.
Yeah.
And be tough like him.
Ham Solo, this is
You're
for
a
the draw.
tough guy, Loke. You're a tough guy.
Spider-Man Miles Morales works on the Steam Deck, but is not Steam Deck verified. True or false?
True.
False! Cozy Beluga gets the win! Let me update the totals down here. Cozy on
Cozy's
5.
excited.
There you go, shorty. There you go. Let's go to the chat real quick. Damn, people are talking shit in the chat.
Yeah, because
Master
you
Cloud says
operate.
that's tricky. Loke gets me on the minuscule level specifics.
See?
I need to commit everything to eidetic memory.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding, Master Clown.
Cloaked Onyx says good. People who bought Sonic Frontiers deserve free DLC for buying that buggy game. It's like Assassin's Creed Unity all over again. People deserve free DLC in general, in my opinion. But let me shut up about that. They'll start calling me a communist. Master Clown says he's sniping for solo, head hunting. I'm just trying to even up the playing field. Exactly. Dude.
Oh, she's loads of chicken feet.
Everybody knows your tricks, Loke.
Whatever, man. Everybody knows the tricks, but Ham hasn't won in like 5 episodes.
I mean, I'm kind of checked out, bro, because you're gunning. You're gunning. Gunning
You
as
was begging me for a job just now. Now you're like, oh, I'm checked out. I ain't worried. I ain't scared. All right. Anyway, Matt, Please
Yes.
tell people where they can get a hold of you so we can do the last point rant. Go ahead.
Okay, so you can check me out on Twitter at Matt Likes Games, and then on YouTube, Matt Likes Games, and then the Game Drain every Sunday with Ham Solo, Hard Days Mike, and It's Me Twan.
All right, cool. To everyone that came through, thank you very much. Once again, thank you. 402 subscribers. We really do appreciate you all.
Doing the
And
numbers.
yeah. Each one of you guys counts, seriously. So thank you
Heart,
so
For
much
real,
for
though.
supporting us.
Heart.
Yeah. Last point. Sifu is not a fighting game the same way GTA is not a driving game and God of War is not a walking simulator. Just because you have the elements of other genres heavily spliced into a game doesn't make said game a different genre. Forza Horizon 5 has a leveling up system, character customization, and even dialogue choices for mainline missions. Does that make it an RPG? People are always dragging on the Game Awards, but choices like classifying Sifu as a fighting game don't help to deter the trolls from pointing out the absurdity in some of the decisions made in and around the show. Y'all are making it too easy for haters to conflate one misstep and attach it to the stuff they just disagree with because the cock up is so big. Jeff Keighley is probably firing employees left and right like Elon Musk. That's the only way this mistake can be explained. If that is the case, I've got a suggestion for Jeff. Hire Cozy Beluga so she can remove all the Game of the Year candidates with no fishing in them. And then hire Ham Solo to make sure no turn-based games make the cut. And finally, hire Jim Ryan. And finally, hire Jim Ryan so we can call the Game Awards by its real name, the Sony Awards Show. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh my god.
that was beautiful. That was surprisingly perfect.